Okay guys, I am back again for part 2. At the end of the last one, I said I was going to pause, and I thought I pressed pause, but I didn't, and it kept on filming, so I had to delete that last bit. And so this is part 2, and I've gone along a little bit more. I think onto the other one we weren't even, I just used this colour, and now I'm using this brownie colour to go around the where is it? Go around its little body. So I'll continue to do some stitching. Yeah, it just wouldn't sit down. That the flies Vicks kept on coming up, and so I'm just stitching this down. So what I've done with this, where is it? This colour here. There's the one. I've just sort of stitched all the way around just to hold it down, and did a backing stitch going one way and the other way on the tail because it wasn't stitching. And then I did like seed stitch, you know, just sort of do small little stitches, and I'll probably do it along there. And for now I am doing I'll do it upside down, the wing. Oop. So I do apologise, but that's how it works sometimes. So and it just kept on coming undone, so I'm just doing the wing around the outside, and then I'm going to do some stuff. I did do it here, but it come up, so I might go back down there on the other side and try and stitch that down again. So I would recommend getting stronger flies of Vicks, but mine's already pre-done, so I'm just gonna re-stitch it. I just thought for the wing, both of them, you really don't need to do a lot of actual stitching to hold it together. So I'm just, as long as it's being held down, because I'm going to do a bit of the black in the wing. I'll just grab the pattern in a minute. So yes, this is why you've got to re-watch your videos back, because I was re-watching it, and then when I got down to that point where I went, I'm going to pause, and then it was really quiet, and I'm like, why is it quiet? And it was out of camera, because I'm stretching my arms out, and when I stitch you bring it closer to you. So yeah, and I'm like, why is it not in camera? and no one's talking, and I'm like, oh, I must have left it on when I thought I pressed pause. But that's okay, you can forgive me. I'm sure this is just going to be a very small part 2, and since it's a part 2, I might even just do the feet. So I'll see, that's the stitching we've done. I may do a little bit more, but at this point I'm just gonna stitch it off. And get the black again. Where is it? I might actually get the black pearl, so it doesn't come apart. But it's good to use the thinner ones on the legs. So okay. Oh. If you hear any noise, it's my dishwasher in the background. Nice, that work's getting done. Okay, so we'll just leave that up there. And so on the pattern, it's got stripes going like that on there, and a little bit, and so I drew it in with that and a few little stripes. So I'm going to do that while I was off camera as well. Just a little dot on the eye with that, and then we are going to stitch white there and there, not all the way around like with that, because that's how a wren looks, but this we're just going to do it underneath on the sides because it just gives it a highlight, but not going all the way around. Now, where are we? Okay, might be able to zoom it in a little. There we go. And hopefully I'll stay in camera. So what we're going to do is just grab this and do like a backing stitch. You're going through a few layers, 3. So that's why I grabbed that. Go up. Sometimes you need to stitch stuff, but then other times, like here, the fabric is quite good, so I probably don't need to do a lot of stitching because the fabric has got a lot of the highlights in it. Okay. Yes, I'm not very good at editing and doing all that on this sort of stuff. My editing is pressing pause, and when that stuff's up, I was just lucky that it only stuffed up on the end. Okay, now I need to go over there, so I might just dig it in here so it's not going across. And then we'll do a few stripes. Oh, it's on the bottom. Okay, we'll start on this end then. Okay, and we'll just probably do a couple of back stitches. Over here. I'm going with the stripes. So I'm going to go along there and I'll do one in the middle. Actually, I could probably just do one, to be honest. Doesn't need a back stitch because it's not a really big. So we'll do it in between. Maybe make that a little bit longer. Up here. Okay. And in between. So when you put your because you got the bit of fabric, when you put the fabric on, put it on that sort of angle that you can see that how I've done it when you're actually drawing around it. So maybe one more. Oh, I think in the thing I've got it going all the way to the top, so I could probably do a couple more leading to that part. At least you know it's going to hold it down. And one more. Then I will go to the feather, or this little one, and I'll do the same. Being held down by the outside, but we want to hold it down just a little more. Okay. Not too big. And more in between. And then one more on the line. At least it's being held down now. Yeah, that lies as fix. Oh, giving me great grief. You could actually hear it in the video that I edited. I might do some here as well. I'm like, oh, good grief, this thing, it's like there's no stickiness on there whatsoever. Keep unthreading my needle. Not good. See, I'm all flustered. I might put a little bit of black in on the tail. On the end here, just to give it a bit of shadowing. Yeah. Because it seems to be a little bit darker on the end, so I'm going to do a bit of shadowing. Go. Hopefully that's holding it down. Now, oh geez, I'm not winning. Oh my goodness. Oh well, you can appreciate it isn't always easy filming. People, most of you, 99% are really good, but then there's other people, the 1% that ruin it for everyone, and they're very judgy, and I'm like, well, you try and do a video. It isn't easy. Okay, now, so that is done, and then what I'm going to do is get a little bit of white, and I think I did have some sitting here, but it's probably attached to me somewhere, and I'm going to, is that white? Looks like white to me. I'm going to use that around the eye. And this is a, I was going to use DMC, but I think a pearl will work better. We're just going to do, come up in here and do a bit of a highlight around the eye. There. So like the wren. It's for not all the way around. Now I'm going to come up where that dot is and do a very small 1 stitch French knot. Okay. I mean, because you can see it with the gel pen, but that'll eventually wear off. That's just a guide to get us to know where to go. Sometimes it can be rather tricky. Once again, I seem to be de-threading all the time. Oh, pulled it too tight. Out we come. You don't want it that far out. There we go. I may come back in with a little bit more red along here actually. See, I like that. Oh, that's cute. Now, we'll finish this off. And I'll do the feet. Wasn't going to, but since I've got it on record, I might as well do it, eh? Now, where are we? Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Now it's pre-threaded, so this is the DMC, which is a little bit thinner. The floss. So, where are we? Here we go. So, what we've got here is we're going to do a little V going in. So do a little bit of a satin stitch to sort of give him that little bit of coloured in. A bit like how you did the bag. Okay, now on the picture it's got a tiny little bit of a, I'm going to do that, bit of it going down and then across. Sorry. Go down and then across, and we're just going to do a back stitch. And the reason why I'm using the floss is because it's nice and thin, and you know their legs are only thin. That's going on a bit of an angle, so I'm going to redo it. It needs to be a little bit straightish. There we go. Okay. Now, we go here. It sort of arches up a little bit, so I'll get that going down a little. And you've got 2 threads, it does tend to gap. And then we're going to do the 3. Okay. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3, and then have them going down a tad. 1, 2, 3. So come back here. Go up and then over, 1, 2, and then down, probably don't need that. So we do 1, 2, 3, then we go down. Good, probably a tad long. It's got talons, not quite that big. Okay. Oh, you spent most of this video watching me redo my needle, and because this is a smaller hole, it's a little bit trickier. Okay, and then you go, there we go, that's a little bit better. We go 1, 2, 3 down, 1, on an angle going that way. There we go. 2, 3. And then come back up here and finish. I'm doing it opposite because starting with the claws. Now that can just have a straight thing, and then we're going to do that little tiny V again. V. And then yep, just do a stem, not stem. I keep on mixing up a stem and satin stitch all the time. It's the S. Okay. Got this tiny little bit of that colour underneath. We need to get rid of that. And there we go. Oh, it is cute. So I reckon we call it quits now, and I'm going to finish doing that darker colour around the body, and then maybe a little bit more on the chest, and we are done. How cute is that? So I'm going to do, where is the pin? Here we go. It's the brown. So I'm going to go back with this. Because I don't think you saw me do any of this with this browner colour. And just randomly doing little stitches, and I'll do the same on the front here. Give it a few more. So it's going to hold it down, but it's also giving it that feathery look. So we're holding it down, but we're holding it down with a coloured piece. Go down that way, and there you go. I'll do a little bit more here, and I'll do it on, yeah, I can show you. I'll just you know, do it on a bit of an angle going that way. Stitching, and then I might do a little bit more here. And our little guy is finished. I think he's really cute. I really like how the eye looks too, and the beak. I'm pretty happy with it. If you want to, you can do maybe a slight colour there on the bottom. Maybe come in with one strand of the floss. Yeah, but I think it looks alright. Okay, well, there we go. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to go back in with this colour on there, and I'm going to probably going to leave the wing. I like how it's got that in there. So come up with that, and then maybe do a little bit more here. But I quite like how the breast is actually. So I might leave that. Okay guys, well I will see you in the next one next Tuesday, which will be the cardinal. So and he's going to be up here somewhere, I think, probably sitting up here because he's a little bit bigger. So yeah, thanks very much, and sorry about the like abrupt interruption in the last one, but that's how it goes sometimes. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.